Hey everybody, how you doing? Friday again. Winning this time. I'm 1 week ahead of myself. So I only did a post last week and here I am again. Yay. Catching up. Anyway, okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about change. So I've seen a couple of quotes and this is what prompted me to talk about this. So they go like this. So sometimes change is not what we want, but it might be what we need. Not everything is meant forever. And another one, sometimes the bad that happens in our lives puts us directly on the path to the most wonderful things that will ever happen to us. So you never know what change is going to bring. Yep, change can be scary, it quite often is, and things can happen that are outside of our control, and you may have no choice in the matter as well. Maybe what you once had is now gone, or will never be the same again, and sometimes completely outside of your control. So you might have no idea what's next. That's probably the scary thing. But try and trust the process. Generally, it works out okay in the end. You'll be surprised once you are forced to make a change. So maybe something's taken away from you, for example, that you'll start to see other opportunities that might have been there all along, or a new opportunity opens up right in front of your face that you might not have otherwise seen if you weren't open to any kind of change. Sometimes we're too comfortable in our job, for example, or our relationship, that we might get complacent with the situation. Perhaps we need to reset, realize that we're taking things for granted, or maybe not putting enough effort into our current situation. But when we finally realize this, sometimes it may be too late. The change may have already happened, or we might be fortunate enough to get a second chance to make amends in the situation. So when something bad comes up in your life, you will be surprised at how much better you handle the situation than what you expect you will when you don't have a choice. You just kind of got to roll with it sometimes. Try not to overthink the situation and how you ended up here, that type of thing. You can't change the past or what's happening to you, but you can change how you react to the current situation. So try not to dwell on the past, but learn from the situation and consciously try to do better if you have the opportunity to make change before it's too late. Personally, I hate change, or used to hate change, I should say. I'm getting better with it. I liked feeling comfortable with how things were and knowing what was coming next. And many of you will know in my previous life working in travel, I pretty much had my business end in front of me overnight 2 years ago in March 2020 when COVID hit and the borders to the country closed. Travel, as we knew it, would never be the same again, and that was all I knew. At that point, I was really scared of change, and I had no idea what would come next for me, what I would do next. All I knew was travel, and I'd done that for the last 15 years, so it was really scary. But I pretty much decided immediately that I wasn't going to let it stop me, and so I got straight out there, not knowing how long the situation was going to be like that for, and I put myself and my skills out there, and I started to see opportunities that possibly had been there all along, or I just hadn't seen them or wanted the change, but they sort of popped up all around me and I kind of grabbed all the opportunities that I could and sort of went for it. So it's amazing when you're open to change that you'll be surprised how things will pan out. They may even work out better than the previous situation you were in. If you don't embrace the change, then how will you know what could be? So sometimes we get stressed about change because we're forced outside of our comfort zone, and not a lot of us like that. However, you can also look at change as a positive challenge, room to grow, an opportunity to learn something new. And another good thing to consider when you're looking down the face of change is being teachable. So learning to gain knowledge from other people. You might not know anything about a new job, a new school, a new town, a new relationship, but there's always an opportunity to learn from somebody who does know or who has been there before. So again, in a sort of work or job situation, once you're open to change, you may also start to realize that your skills are very transferable. There's actually lots of options out there that you can apply what you know to in a different field or industry as well. Another thing is sort of taking a step back to look at the bigger picture. Ask yourself how a small change may affect your life as a whole. So it's easy to get caught up in the what if, but instead concentrate on what's right in front of us and what is in the current situation right now. And in fact, the change that you may have been forced to make may not affect the end result at all. The journey may just change slightly for you to get there. So try not to focus on the potentially bad situation. Change may in fact bring lots of good things and try to focus on this rather than what you'll feel like you've lost from the previous situation, like the job, the relationship, etc., due to change. Focus on the things that you can gain from that situation change. And look at change as a new, fresh, and exciting start. So a step you might not have taken given the choice in your career or relationship, but when it's forced upon you, you may as well embrace it rather than fight it, right? And until you give this new opportunity a chance, how will you know if it will in fact have a better outcome in the end than your current path? Yep, so change can be scary, it quite often is, but it can also be exciting to where something new might take you. And when you embrace change and give something new a go and nail something that you didn't even know that you ever had to do, it's amazing what it does for your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and your self-worth. It makes you feel really good about yourself, in fact. So try and switch the fear of change to the excitement of change and see how your mindset changes around that. And I'm sure you'll all be surprised by how much stronger it will make you when you come out the other side. So that's it from me. Everybody have a great weekend. I'm super nervous because tomorrow I've got my first karate grading. So after this, I'm off to practice some more. So enjoy the sunshine and have a great weekend, guys. Bye.